The horse racing world recently lost a talented and passionate jockey, Michael O'Sullivan. His dedication, courage, and impressive skills made him a respected figure in the sport. Fans and fellow riders admired his fearless approach to racing, his ability to handle pressure, and his unwavering determination on the track. Born into a family deeply connected to horse racing, Michael developed a love for the sport from an early age. His father was also a successful jockey, and this influence played a major role in shaping his career. From his early days in amateur racing to his rise as a professional jockey, he displayed remarkable talent and discipline. His breakthrough moment came when he secured major wins at prestigious events, proving himself as one of the most promising young riders in the industry. Michael's career was filled with outstanding performances. His victories in major races brought him recognition and respect from both fans and fellow jockeys. He was known for his ability to strategize, his strong bond with the horses he rode, and his commitment to excellence. His success at Cheltenham Festival, where he claimed multiple wins, was a highlight of his career, showcasing his skill and determination at the highest level. Beyond his achievements, Michael was admired for his humility and sportsmanship. He remained grounded despite his success and was always willing to offer advice and encouragement to younger riders. His friendly and kind nature made him popular among his peers, and he was known for his positive attitude and hard-working spirit. His tragic passing has left the racing community in deep sorrow. He suffered a serious fall during a race, which led to critical injuries. Despite the best medical efforts, he could not recover. His loss is not just a professional tragedy, but also a deeply personal one for his family, friends, and all those who knew him. The racing world has come together to pay tribute to him, with heartfelt messages from trainers, jockeys, and fans expressing their grief and honoring his legacy. Michael O'Sullivan's contributions to horse racing will never be forgotten. He was not just a talented jockey, but also a remarkable individual who inspired many with his passion and dedication. His legacy will live on in the memories of those who watched him race, those who competed alongside him, and those who had the privilege of knowing him personally. His name will always be remembered as a shining star in the world of horse racing. The horse racing world is in deep sorrow following the tragic passing of Michael O'Sullivan, a young and talented Irish jockey who lost his life after a fall at Thurles Racecourse. His sudden death has left the racing community in shock, with family, friends, and colleagues struggling to come to terms with the devastating news. Michael O'Sullivan was widely regarded as a rising star in horse racing. His fearless riding style, deep understanding of horses, and unwavering determination made him a respected figure in the sport. Those who knew him admired his humility and dedication. He was not only a talented jockey, but also a kind and genuine person who left a lasting impression on everyone he met. Born into a family with a strong racing background, Michael was destined to become a jockey. His father was also involved in the sport, which played a significant role in shaping his passion and career. He grew up around horses, learning the nuances of racing from a young age. His natural talent became evident early on, and he quickly made a name for himself in Irish racing. His breakthrough moment came in 2023 when he rode Marine Nationale to victory in the Supreme Novices Hurdle at the prestigious Cheltenham Festival. It was a moment that cemented his status as one of the most promising jockeys of his generation. On the same day, he secured another major win aboard Jazzy Matty in the Fred Winter Juvenile Handicap Hurdle. These victories were proof of his exceptional skill and ability to handle high-pressure situations. Michael's career continued to rise, with numerous wins that showcased his extraordinary talent. He had ridden 14 winners in Ireland and 2 in Britain this season alone. His success was not just a result of his skills, but also his deep connection with the horses he rode. Trainers and owners trusted him, knowing he had a special way of understanding and guiding his horses to victory. His final day of racing saw him finish second on Westport Cove at Thurles, a place that would tragically become the site of his fatal accident. Just weeks earlier, he had enjoyed big race success with Embassy Gardens, trained by Willie Mullins at Traymore on New Year's. day. These achievements reflected his steady rise in the sport, with many believing he was destined for even greater heights. On February 6, 2025, disaster struck during the Racing Again, February 20th, handicap chase at Thurles. Michael was riding Wee Charlie for trainer Gerard O'Leary when he fell at the final fence. The race saw multiple fallers, and the seriousness of the incident led to the immediate abandonment of the meeting. Medical personnel rushed to his aid, treating him on the track before he was airlifted to Cork University Hospital. On February 11th, the Irish Horse Racing Regulatory Board released a statement confirming that Michael remained in intensive care. His family expressed their gratitude for the overwhelming support and well wishes they had received from the racing community. Despite the best medical efforts, Michael succumbed to his injuries on February 16th, just days before his 25th birthday. His passing has left a void in the horse racing community. Trainer Willie Mullins, who had worked closely with him, described him as a natural rider with an exceptional understanding of horses. Mullins spoke about Michael's humility, friendliness, and dedication, saying that he had been an integral part of the team at Closutton. He believed Michael's role in the yard was only going to get bigger, and that his absence would be deeply felt. Marine Nationale's trainer, Barry Connell, also paid tribute to Michael, calling him a bright, rising star. He emphasized that Michael's legacy would serve as an inspiration to young jockeys, proving that with talent and opportunity, one could reach the top. Connell described him as a lovely personality who fit in well with everyone and was admired by his colleagues. The racing world has united in mourning, with many high-profile figures expressing their grief. 20-time champion jockey A.P. McCoy shared his devastation, describing Michael as a dedicated and talented young man who was taken far too soon. British jockey Harry Skelton called the loss absolutely devastating and mentioned that Michael's empty place in the weighing room would serve as a painful reminder of his absence. Irish trainer Gordon Elliott extended his deepest condolences to Michael's family, friends, and colleagues. British trainer Ben Pauling called it the worst news to wake up to and recognized Michael's immense talent, saying he would be sorely missed by so many. British champion jump jockey Harry Cobden also sent his sympathies, acknowledging the deep impact Michael had on the sport. Andrew Coonan, secretary of the Irish Jockeys Association, reflected on the dangers jockeys face every day. He stated that Michael's passing was a stark reminder of the risks involved in the sport. However, he emphasized that Michael was not just a talented rider, but also a great friend and colleague. He believed that everyone who had the privilege of knowing Michael was richer for the experience, even though his time with them was far too short. The British Horse Racing Authority's acting chief executive, Brant Dunshee, spoke on behalf of British racing, offering condolences to Michael's family. He highlighted the deep connection between British and Irish racing communities and how this tragedy would have a profound impact on both. Beyond the racing world, tributes have poured in from various figures. The Irish Prime Minister, Michael Martin, expressed his deep sadness over Michael's tragic death. He recognized him as a talented rider who had inspired many and extended his sympathies to his family, friends, and colleagues. Michael's journey in horse racing was filled with remarkable achievements and unforgettable moments. His skill, determination, and love for the sport made him a standout jockey. He had a special way with horses, understanding their strengths and instincts in a way that few riders could. This deep connection with his horses, combined with his fearless approach, set him apart from others in the field. But beyond his professional success, Michael was remembered for his humility and kindness. He never let his achievements change him. He remained approachable and always took the time to offer advice and encouragement to younger riders. Those who worked with him described him as someone who was always willing to help, always had a smile, and always treated everyone with respect. His passing is a tremendous loss, not just for Irish horse racing, but for the entire international racing community. The outpouring of grief and tributes from across the globe reflects the impact he had on those around him. His legacy will live on through the memories of his remarkable races, the respect he earned, and the inspiration he provided to aspiring jockeys. The sport of horse racing is inherently dangerous, and jockeys risk their lives every time they step onto the track. Michael's tragic accident serves as a heartbreaking reminder of these dangers. Yet he embraced those risks with passion and dedication, always striving to be the best he could be. He lived for the sport, and his love for racing was evident in every ride he took. As the racing world mourns, thoughts remain with his family, friends, and all who had the privilege of knowing him. His name will forever be remembered as a young star whose light shone brightly, but was extinguished far too soon. While his time in racing was brief, the impact he made will never fade. His spirit, talent, and love for the sport will live on in the hearts of those who admired him. How do you think the legacy of riders like Michael O'Sullivan can inspire the next generation of jockeys? What qualities do you think are most important for success in such a challenging sport?